person. But my question is, why is Jesus Christ in all these other books and other religions? And then like how he like breaks it down. I can see that. I can see, you know, them copying each other, you know. And like yeah. Right, and then what was it? I lost my train of thought. I'll remember in a minute. I need antibiotics because I got AIDS. Yeah, I got infected by a zombie. Yeah, me and Holden started this world and it's day 39. He was like, there's nothing else to do. I was like, there's a lot to do. Yeah, one of my worlds is in day 70. I got like 3 different worlds on here. I don't even know what I was gonna do. It's been so long. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go bear hunting. I've been doing push-ups and sit-ups because all my stuff's in my car and my weights are in there and I don't like have nowhere to put them at. No. My dad turned my old room to a gun room. Yeah, he has his own press and everything. So he can make his own bullets. Yeah. They, like, that's basically it. And the tips. Because you can reuse the casings after you shoot it. And he has the press and everything. Every weekend he goes to those, like, conventions. My mom goes shop at the stores while my dad's at the gun fair. I wish he kept that lever action though. He had a really nice leather action. He just found at one of those conventions. Yeah, he traded in for another gun. He had this M1 carbine that was made in 1990. It was like 40 or 50 years after World War II. They only made like 5,000 of them. Yeah, for sure. For sure. How's school? That's... Yeah, one day at a time. Rome wasn't built in one day. Yeah, I said Rome wasn't built in one day. Like how much longer until you get out of there? How many credits? How many credits do you need to graduate out there? Fuck. God. I was supposed to get a county diploma and that was like 5 or 3 less credits. It was like 22 credits. I ended up getting like 27 credits and I ended up getting the actual high school diploma, which is the same thing. It just wouldn't have had my high school name on it, which I didn't care. I was like, just get me out of here. If it's like, if you gotta do like so many credits, it's gonna take 2 years. I'd probably just go ahead and get my GED. Because, I mean, in all reality, I don't think it really matters. I mean, I guess it does in certain type of, I mean, I don't know. There's just, like, yeah, a GED basically is, yeah. That's good. As you're on, go ahead. Yeah, I don't blame you. Freaking, what was it? I was gonna get one, and then my teacher talked me out of it. So you're basically halfway there. I was like, I want out. Yeah, then you're out. What's your online school like program called? Is it Edgenuity? Uh, ours ours were Apex. So when I went to day treatment, they put me on Apex, and then when I came back my junior year to when I my junior year, they changed to Edgenuity, and it was so boring because Apex, it just all the studies were just written down in notes, and you just had to read them, and there was pictures. But we would skip that and just go all the way to the test and just like basically cheat. But in Edgenuity, they had like long ass videos you had to watch, and you couldn't skip it. And I was like, fuck. Yeah. But Mr. Egan would just basically give me all the he would basically give us answers. Like if he saw you trying to get out of there, he was like, "Alright, it's C, it's D." Yeah, he was an old teacher. He taught my mom and dad. Yeah, yeah, he was old. They named the football field after him because he was the coach for so long. He was the freshman coach until my freshman year, until that piece of shit drug addict got in his face and started some shit, and then Mr. Egan got real with him and threw him up against the wall. And then he told his mommy and daddy, and yeah, and then yeah, like dude, like he like straight up pushed Mr. Egan and called him a faggot and tried to say he didn't know what he was talking about, and he just fucking. Whoa, he slammed up against the locker, slammed his helmet right next to his head on the locker. He was tweaking. The dude was tweaking. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Straight up pussy. You feel warm by the fire. Playing some motherfucking 7 days. Was it? I heard it was bad. Some dude on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need to watch it. Dude, you need to watch Willy's Wonderland. All you have? Oh my goodness, man. That, yeah, he didn't say a single word. I loved it when he would take breaks and just drink soda. Yeah, it was great. That was I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I like the whole plot, how they did like a suicide pact. Yeah, I wasn't either. No, he was kicking ass though. I like the scene when he was with that one girl, and then his watch went off, and he gave her the knife and went on to do drink his soda and play the pinball machine. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. We were like, why does she still have her clothes on? This is an R-rated movie. Holden was like, you're in the wrong show business. And then that one simp guy, he was stupid. I'm not evil, I'm nice. Like, you're so fucking dumb, bitch. Like, how did you fall for that? And he was like, don't get us all killed for her. You ain't even gonna get any. Yeah. Trash. He ends up getting killed too. Hey, that's what you deserve, bro. Like, that's what you get. Let's see. Oh shit. Happy birthday to my best friend. Hello, best friend. What the fuck? Woman hard horny as a man changed my mind. I was so horny I made a hole in my wall. What the fuck?
What is...
No way. No, it's not. I hope not. That would hurt. No. I need to find this one, what was it? So I'm in this Facebook group and it says, sounds like something a lizard person would say, but okay. And, they asked if someone posted and was like, I want to see everyone's proof about lizard people. And someone had this video of the Saudi prince walking, and his hands were getting longer. Like while he was like, his hands were getting longer. Like you could see it like growing, and I was like, holy shit. Like that's not normal. But they say it was like when the dinosaurs was here, there was like a dinosaur human breed or whatever. It was like a dinosaur, but it was like human, and they went underground when the meteor came, which would make sense because in ancient civilization there was a lot of ancient civilization living underground, and no one talks about it. Oh, dude, I bet it's hell. I think it's hell. Right, and then you're gonna sit there and tell me that when the Nazis went, they only took like 5,000 men, but when the Americans went, they brought 44,000 troops alone. Like, when you're bringing 44,000 troops alone to Antarctica, why do you need all that? 44,000 troops. Yeah. And then the government told them, like, hey, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I think that's the dude that flew over the South Pole. Because remember, he was flying over the North Pole and recorded it, and this was like in the 20s and 30s. And then he flew over the South Pole and then said that there was like an ancient civilization in the hole. Like, I mean, what are these unidentified flying objects that can hover and shoot up in the air like it's nothing? Like, what is that? Like, that's not normal. It's like, that's nothing we have. That's no technology that we have, you know? Like, that's something like a million or 1,000 years ahead of us. We have nothing that can do that. Because you gotta think, cars were invented in the 1800s and the late 1800s. That's not that long ago. That's not even over 200 years ago. Like, that's definitely, they're definitely somewhere. It's definitely something. It's definitely something. I think it's aliens. Or something that, because it you know, why can't only certain people go to Antarctica? Like, why isn't there, like, you know, you can go all over the world and be tourists and just visit, you know. I know there's nothing, you can't live on Antarctica, but there should be at least tours, or at least like some type of fucking like cruise ship or something. But no, you can't do none of that. Now there's cruise ships that go up to Alaska and the North Pole, and it gets cold up there. But there's no tours to the cruise ships to the South Pole, because people do take cruise ships to Alaska. I mean, it's cold as hell, but I mean, if people are willing to pay for it, go ahead. We'll never know. Yeah, like, for real. They probably know something about it. I guarantee the CIA or the FBI know something about it. Yeah, and putting crack in the neighborhoods. They did in the 80s. You know, some people still don't believe that they put crack in the inner cities. Like, they got caught. Like, they got red-handed putting crack in inner cities. Like, how do you think that shit got here? Yeah. You ever watch Boys in the Hood? That dad, he even said, like, we don't have we're not bringing that shit in. We don't have the boats or airplanes. And it's like, I mean, that's a true statement. But, you know, there's the dumb ones like, yeah, we cooking crack in the kitchen. Like Jeezy. Yeah. Yeah. Like, the whole Epstein thing. They all got caught fucking kids and nothing happened. Yeah, he was killed. He was fucking killed. Yeah. And if you look, all the missing kids get missing in the cave, like, under caves. Yeah. Did you ever look up anything about the Pizzagate? Well, it was about child sex trafficking. Obama was involved, Bill Clinton, uh, who else? Obama, Bill Clinton, you know, the Clintons, and, like, you know, just politicians and, like, business people, like just a lot of people. There was this pizza place in DC, and this dude who owns the pizza place is, like, a powerful person in DC. Like, he's like the 50th most ranked, 50th, like, top dude in DC. Like, why are you this, like, powerful and you own a pizza joint? And, like, they would have emails talking to, like, Clinton and all of them that was involved, and said, yes, I'd like to have a pizza for an hour. Like, who says I want a pizza for an hour? And, like, kids would go missing there and shit. Of course, you know, nothing came about, but, like, they were like real deal. And, like, they went inside and, like, recorded the place, and the place was creepy. They had a underground basement that had a spa in it. Like a spa, and it was just like, it was just weird looking, you know, like, it didn't look like a normal spa. Like, you can tell they were doing, like, especially with the emails. Who the fuck says I want a large pizza for an hour? Nobody's, yeah. The Bush was involved, McCain was involved, like, a lot of people, Biden, just, like, and then they would ask for hot dogs. Like, what kind of pizza place sells hot dogs? Exactly. And then, like, then they like, the FBI had, like, codes for it. And the FBI in 2007, because it was in the documentary about Pizzagate, they had a report about a bunch of powerful people being sexual predators, being pedophiles, and then they ended up having, like, pedophile, like, logos. Like, they have, like, logos so they can identify people. You know, they, like, oh, this person's okay, like, he can come and do this crazy shit. And it's, like, actually, it's an actual documented FBI information. Like, this is no joke. And it was just, like, because in the documentary, it just talks about it talks about fake news, it talks about, a bunch of other shit, but it was talking about Pizzagate, and it was so like, because it blew my mind, like all the just like weird shit and all the kids that would disappear at that pizza restaurant, and it's just like, oh yeah. Can you imagine if everyone in this country knew and believed about that? Like, they knew about Pizzagate and, like, how everyone's... Just think about it, like, all this pedophile shit came out and then, oh, here comes COVID. Like, that's not a coincidence. There's no way. They knew what the fuck they were doing. And that Chinese doctor said that we shouldn't have freedom. Oh, that one. Yeah, but... Yeah, this was recently. She said that we shouldn't have our freedoms until everyone's vaccinated. Like... Yeah, they're giving out vaccines at work. And I'm like, no. I'm good. I am good. They can't force all of us to take it, but they were trying to say, like... Oh yeah. Oh, they do. Yeah. And then in Indiana, they ended their mask mandate. Yeah, I think so. That's so stupid. Oh, yeah, that's... I'm not... No, dude. That is... What? Because it's for our safety. Yeah, I'm not doing it. You'd think, but knowing their logic, it's for our, quote, safety, quote. Yeah, I've seen what you did the last 27 years. I'm good. Y'all not worried about our safety. Not at all. Yeah, that's insane. I've seen the first season and bits and parts of it. Yeah. Yeah. And I bet that had to be before Ebola. It had to, because didn't the first season come out in '09? Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely... Someone told me this. He said, movies have a little bit of truth to it. He said, do you remember watching 2012? I was like, yeah. He was like, remember that ship they built, but only a certain type of people were supposed to be on it? And I was like, yeah. He was like, that's them. That's the secret society. And that blew my mind, because I was like, that's true. Because no one's going to sit there and tell me that there's not a secret society when JFK talked about it and got killed. And what was it? That one... It was... What was it? Fuck. you know, like JFK talked about secret societies, living in our own government. 7 days later, he gets shot in the chest and the head. Like, that's not a coincidence, bro. Like, he got fucking killed. And then, yeah. And then, yeah, it does. And his brother even got killed too, and that's what not a lot of people don't know. Like, his brother got killed. Like, and then when Mel Gibson, he came out and said some crazy shit about Hollywood. He said the movie business is not their main business. And then he said that Hollywood is ran by satanic pedophile baby eaters. And this was like in the early 2000s. And then after that, you know, oh yeah. And then after that, you know, he got he got like backlash from saying all that shit. And you know that shit's true. There's no way. You're gonna sit there and tell me that you know, they're not gonna, no. Especially after getting caught. No. No way. I mean, so many presidents have warned us about this, you know, the founding fathers, Abraham Lincoln, you know, just like, at one point you're gonna have to think for yourself and realize, like, why is it like this? And like, even in today's society, like, they like literally force you to think a certain way. Like, you sitting there telling me that guns are bad. Exactly. And then Eric Holder, he was a former attorney general. He even said it on national TV. He said, we need to brainwash the American people to think guns are bad. He literally said that. And, like, that's an act of war against the American citizens, in my opinion. Because George Washington said, when government decides to take the right to bear arms, it then becomes the citizen's right to take away the government's right to govern. That is a quote from our first president. Like, they would be fucking pissed. Oh yeah. Like Dan Bugatti said, he said, there's over 100 million gun owners registered. Who the hell is going to stop us? He said, we want to be left alone and peaceful and abide by the law, but these laws you're creating aren't laws. He said, now if you want to rewrite the bill to say for a criminal, I'll be all for it, I'll sign my name, but these aren't criminals, these are law-abiding citizens. I ain't giving up my firearms for nothing. And it's no type of security they're offering.